The music suggests we are gonna have some video game fun, so we should adjust that. Yep, that's more fitting there because I'm bringing back Frogger this time, but it's the much less fun trade tariffs edition, where importers and exporters here and in Canada and in Mexico try to figure out from 1 month to the next, even 1 day to the next, if they can get their shipments between our countries without the dreaded tax splat. Just last week, President Trump added steep new taxes to Mexican and Canadian products, and then Canada began charging reciprocal tariffs on American goods. Well, then the Trump tariffs were removed for certain items, and then he postponed a big chunk of the taxes altogether for another month. And all of that happened in just 2 days. So when it did, some truck traffic at the Texas-Mexico border thinned out as producers in Mexico held back many of their products to wait out the Trump tariffs, says McAllen trade facilitator Jorge Torres.
In Mexico, they're not shipping them because to see, first of all, if they're going to go away in the next couple of days, or until they figure out a plan how to mitigate or reduce the financial exposure.
So when the Trump tariffs were quickly suspended, that paid off for them and quite possibly for consumers here as well, because we get a lot of stuff from Canada and especially from Mexico. In fact, most of that comes in through Texas. And even if Mexican exporters just hold back their shipments temporarily, we can quickly see emptier shelves and inflation just from that. And certainly if they send their shipments and pay the tariffs, costs can rise rapidly. For example, one average truckload of Mexican avocados coming here.
A load can go $80,000 to $100,000.
Okay, so you're looking at 25%
yeah.
tariff on top of that. Now
Yes.
you're talking about 125,000 instead of 100,000
Yes.
to bring that in. Torres says with tariffs paused now, importers and exporters will likely move as much product as possible. But he says the uncertainty that still lingers is dreaded by businesses. That is echoed by the mayor of Arlington, which is home to a huge General Motors assembly plant and 5,200 GM jobs, and a lot of questions about how all of that might be affected by auto and auto parts tariffs.
That uncertainty or the threat of it all is certainly problematic.
Much more with both of these guys in the latest episode of our Politics Texas Political Podcast. I have linked to that in my article today, posted at Jason Wheeler TV on Facebook, Threads, and Blue Sky, where we're always trying to survive right on the money.